Imagine a realm barely visible from the sunlight, where colossal creatures slither in the shadows and the very earth trembles beneath an indomitable power. This is the domain of a god whose temper shapes continents and whose breath stirs oceans. He is the primordial force behind the greatest storms and the deepest calm. Prepare to delve into the secrets of Poseidon, Lord of the Seas. Poseidon, the trident-wielding god, is a figure of unparalleled power, but also of unpredictable fury. His story is woven from the very currents of the ocean, from his ascent to Olympus to his passions and rivalries that shook the world. If you're drawn to the mysteries of the deep and the majesty of myth, don't miss a beat on this journey. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications to unlock more cosmic secrets. Born of Cronus and Rhea, Poseidon had a dark beginning, just like his siblings. Swallowed by his tyrant father, he was rescued by Zeus, becoming one of the original 6 Olympians. Alongside his brothers, he fought in the epic Titanomachy, a war that would redefine the cosmos. His strength and skill were crucial to the gods' victory. After the Titans' defeat, the 3 great gods, Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon, cast lots to divide the universe. Zeus received the sky and air, Hades the underworld, and Poseidon the vast, unexplored realm of the seas. This was the moment he became the undisputed ruler of all waters, from deep oceans to rivers and springs. Poseidon ruled not from an earthly throne, but from a magnificent palace of gold and precious stones, embedded in the depths of the Aegean Sea. Surrounded by giant seahorses and sea nymphs, this was the center of his power, a place of stunning beauty and untold secrets. From there, he observed and controlled the currents and creatures of his aquatic empire. The trident is Poseidon's iconic emblem, a weapon forged by the Cyclopes, capable of extraordinary feats. With it, the god could stir the raging oceans, create devastating tsunamis, or calm turbulent waters with a single gesture. But its power went further. The trident could also split the earth, causing violent earthquakes and even springing freshwater springs. Less known than his dominion over the seas is his control over the earth itself. Poseidon was also the god of earthquakes, known as the Earthshaker. Legends say that when he struck the ground with his trident, the earth trembled and split open. This association with earthquakes reflects the geological instability of coastal regions, frequently hit by tremors and tsunamis. In addition to his connection with water and earth, Poseidon was the patron saint of horses. Legend has it that he himself created the first horse, and his own steeds were magnificent creatures with seaweed manes and shell hooves, capable of galloping over the waves. He was often depicted in a chariot pulled by these beasts, cutting through the waters with divine speed. One of Poseidon's most famous stories is his rivalry with Athena for the patronage of a Greek city. To prove his worthiness, Poseidon offered a horse or a saltwater spring, while Athena presented an olive tree. The citizens chose the olive tree, and the city was named Athens, much to Poseidon's fury, who cursed the region with droughts and floods. The story of Medusa, the serpent-haired Gorgon, is intrinsically linked to Poseidon's wrath. After Poseidon raped Medusa in Athena's temple, the goddess of wisdom, in her rage, transformed Medusa into the monstrous creature. This tragic event reveals the dark and impulsive side of the sea god and the devastating consequences of his actions. Poseidon's wrath was also felt by Odysseus, the hero of Ithaca. By blinding Poseidon's son, Polyphemus the Cyclops, Odysseus incurred the god's relentless vengeance. For years, Poseidon plagued Odysseus's journey home with storms, shipwrecks, and mishaps, demonstrating that no one defied the Lord of the Seas with impunity. Despite her tempestuous nature and many loves, Poseidon's queen was the beautiful sea nymph Amphitrite. Initially reluctant to marry, she was persuaded by a dolphin, Poseidon's messenger. Together they ruled the undersea kingdom, and Amphitrite, though less prominent, was the embodiment of the ocean's calm and grace. Poseidon had many children, with both goddesses and mortals, and his offspring were as diverse as the ocean itself. From the giant Polyphemus, the Cyclops, to the winged steed Pegasus, born of Medusa's blood, his descendants reflected the complexity of his power. Some were heroes, others monsters, all carrying a piece of their father's volatile essence. Poseidon's personality is as vast and unpredictable as the ocean he rules. He could be generous, bestowing islands and fertile lands, but he was most often known for his explosive fury. His wrath was feared by gods and mortals alike, manifesting in devastating storms, earthquakes, and tidal waves that wiped out entire cities. Poseidon's legacy transcends the myths of ancient Greece. His figure has inspired countless works of art, literature, and even modern popular culture. He remains a symbol of the indomitable power of nature, a reminder that even in our technological world, we are dwarfed by the majesty and strength of the elements he personifies. Although his destructive power is notorious, Poseidon is also the guardian of marine life. He oversees the riches of the oceans, from the smallest planktonic creatures to giant whales and dolphins. His influence extends to every school of fish, every coral reef, maintaining the delicate balance of the aquatic ecosystem. Throughout history, sailors and fishermen have sought Poseidon's favor, offering sacrifices and prayers to ensure safe voyages and abundant catches. His presence was felt in every sea breeze and every roar of the waves, a constant reminder that dominion of the seas belonged to him, and that his moods could change in an instant. Even today, Poseidon's figure resonates. Whether in the unexplored depths of our oceans, in the earthquakes we feel, or in the majesty of a galloping horse, his presence is a reminder of the primordial force that governs our world. He remains the eternal Lord of the seas, a power to be respected but never fully understood. The journey to Poseidon, the god of seas, earthquakes, and horses, reveals a being of immense power and complex temperament. Which aspect of Poseidon did you find most fascinating? His fury, his dominion over marine life, or his connection with horses? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what surprised you most about this exploration. See you next time.